In this video, I'm going to go over setting up QuickQuote as a workstation or on a workstation to where it's networked back to a master copy on one of your other computers or a network server. For this example, basically what I did is I went ahead and just mapped a network drive. You can point to somewhere else if you want, but it's just real easy if you uh, map a network drive because then you just pick a drive letter. Here I just assigned it Q. To do a network drive, you just right click on there and you have here map a network drive, and you'll select that, and then it's going to ask for a drive letter. It'll show you which ones are already used. So in this case, if we wanted to say N, and then we would browse, and we're going to go over to another one, and I had set this up as a uh, basically a library, which makes it show up. It's actually a directory on this C drive, uh, but by setting it up as in the library, it just makes it real easy to find. And you do that over on the other computer. So I just select that and clicked OK. And then here it wants to know if I want to reconnect it, log in. Normally you would set that, but and then you would just click Finish and it will map it. Since we've already mapped one to Q, I'm not going to do that again. Now that we have gotten the network mapping set up, we'll take the QQ30-WS installer, and I'm running this on an old computer, so just don't pay no attention to this down here. We go ahead and run the installer. And we accept the terms and we install it on the C drive. Depending on the speed of your computer, this can take several minutes to complete this. Okay, I went ahead and jumped ahead to save a little time here. Uh, when it gets towards the end of the installation, it's going to, depending on your operating system, if you have Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, you're going to get this screen here. And if you already have DHTML editing component from Microsoft installed, you'll get this screen asking if you want to repair editing component or remove it. You can either click Finish and it will do a repair, or you can cancel and it'll out. We'll just go ahead and click Finish. So if you decide to do that, either way, you can finish or cancel out on that. Do not remove it, and then close it. That is a Microsoft utility there, and then you'll get your screen where it's successfully installed. You go ahead and click Finish. Okay, now that we've finished running the installer, would have put a icon on the desktop. If it's the first time you've ever run QuickQuote on the computer, you want to go ahead and right click and do Run as Administrator. I've already run it several times in the past, so I don't need to do that. Now, at this point, we're going to go ahead when it wants to know where the location of the master database is. And we had set up and mapped a drive is the way I like to do it. So we select that drive and then we select the database QQ30 and click Install. That's going to ask for a username and password. When you're doing the database install on a workstation, you want to go ahead and use ShopCal as the username and ShopCal as the password. You really only need to use this when you're installing the workstation the first time. You can use that at other times if you want, but after this first time, you can go back to just using SCM and SCM. We're going to click OK, and it's going to take it a little while. You'll see a progress bar down here. Depending on the speed of your computer, it could take several minutes for this to finish. And once it's finished bringing the files over, you're going to see it running the network optimization. And you'll need to wait till that finishes. And we know my old computer's running slow. Now when it's finished, quick quote, it's going to close down. And once it's closed down, that means that it has created the workstation. And now we can just log in with SCM if we want to. So now what we're doing is we're looking at quick quote that's actually running network to the master computer, the master database. So if I go back and I look at some of these, we'll notice that, for example, here we got a 754 charge in there. So if I change something on the other computer, we had 10 of them at 754. If I'm going to now change it to 20. And when I come here now, I have 20. If I change the other to, on the large, to say 15 of them over on the master computer, initially I won't see it here because I'm sitting here parked in here. But if I was to do anything on the screen, or go back to another one and come back, now we'll see that we're actually seeing what's going on the other machine. So it's working live with the master database that's on the other computer. Any changes that are made on either one of them will be reflected on the other one. So if you come in here and we set up our deal, if we come in here and we do a new, because the next one's going to bring a new up, and we would click OK on that. Well, let's select our demo company and select OK. You'll notice that we do not have a quote number yet. We're going to come in here and just select an item, and we're going to put, well, I got our select a price group. So we're going to do our lights, and we're going to put 15 of them in here. We'll put one color on here and calculate it. The quote number is now 5. We want to change that. We'll come here and set the next invoice number. We'll use password 1954. We're going to come in here and we're going to set the next invoice number to, say, 1030. We'll save that, and we'll get the next invoice number has been set to 1030, and we'll cancel out of there now. If I'm over on my other computer now and I do a new, and we set it up over there, and I'll pick say the 2000 L's, darks, and 25 of them with a 4-color front. So now, back here on my other one, I just did that on another one. I created a new invoice. It picked up the 1030, and so my invoice is now started at 1030. So this is basically, how you set it up, running networked to where two computers are now sharing the same data. Thank you.